Alright guys, ladies, gentlemen, women, all golfers. Welcome to another edition of Davis Dynamics. We're out at Night's Play. We know it's a little chilly out here. Let's see, my watch is telling me it's 36 degrees. But we're going to talk about today we're going to talk about something that's really important that people skip over. And I understand we skip over it because, and I'm the same way too. We skip over the things that we really need to be working on. And that's the short game. Wedges. Because, hitting driver is fun and all that. And we know, we love to see the long ball, the 280 to 300 yards. But majority of the time, we don't see what we really need to be working on that's going to lower our scores. And what's going to lower our scores is the short game. So we're going to talk about wedges today, just for a little while anyway, because we have another special treat for you. So I'm going to see if I can get these balls right in line so you can kind of see them here. I don't want to get them too close to the green because, the green is kind of like shaved down here. And sometimes if it's shaved down, you can't really hit the shots that you want. But we're going to be playing, I'm going to be testing out, we're going to be talking about different balls here. So I have the TaylorMade TP5s, which I play. I have the Nike Resin Tour Blacks, which I play. And we have the TP5Xs, which is in a TP5 box, because I think I threw all my 5Xs boxes away. But I will show you that they are the TP5Xs, which are a little bit more firmer than the TP5s. And we got a special treat for you. Make sure I get this in the frame here, just so you know. We have Tiger Woods Bridgestone golf balls once again. The newest edition of Tiger's ball, as you can see, Tiger. The newest edition, because he wanted more spin on his golf balls. He wanted more tour action. And I'm going to take the resin and I'm going to keep these in the box here, okay? And then the TP5s, of course, are going to be all in white with the red numbers. And I'm just going to put those back here also. So when I'm hitting the shots, I will let you know which ones I'm hitting. Right now, I am using a 64 degree wedge. I love my 64 degree because it doesn't really matter what ball I'm hitting. I could be hitting a top flight. I still will get spin off of it. Because the 64 degree is just made to launch it in the air and make it land soft. But of course, we still understand that weather plays a big part. The green plays a big part. If the green is hard, then of course it's not gonna, the ball's not gonna be receptacle to the green. So one of my things is this, and I know that a lot of times people who chip, they want to chip the ball in the hole and stuff like that, but I have one thing on my mind, and I will share that secret with you today when I'm chipping. I'm going to walk down this, and this flag right here in front of us, and I'm hoping I got maybe a colorful tee that will show up. I think I just got a white one in my pocket here. Hopefully this will show up here. So I'm going to show you exactly what my chipping practice consists of. And I'm going to try to walk as smooth as I can because I don't want my chain rattling and stuff. So once again, I'm going to be right here by the hole. And I'm just going to step it off. I'm going to pace off 5 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where I will put my tee in the ground. So hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. If not, we will get you closer in just a little bit. But as you can see where that T is, just stuck it in the ground. So we're going to hit a couple of chips here. And as we hit a couple of chips, I'm going to explain which golf balls I'm hitting. And you're going to see how they actually react. And I'm going to use the same chipping method. I'm going to use the same club, which is, you can see, is the high toe, 64 degree. You can see it's 64 degree high toe. Okay. So, but my target, and a lot of times when people are chipping, they're looking at the hole. They're looking at the flag, which is okay. But you should be more looking at a position or a point of where you want to drop that ball. It's not going to stop right away, unless you're just, you're just really, really immaculate and your grooves are cut really, really sharp. But I like to drop mine just about, 5 paces and let it roll out. So that's usually my, that's usually my plan of action when I'm chipping. The hole is good. Yeah, if I hole it out, that's a plus. If I don't, then oh well. So let's just hit a couple of these. The yellow ones are going to be the TP5. And what I'll do is I'll just start mixing and matching. I hit one and then I'll just pull out another one and I'll show you, and I will tell you which one is which. So we're going to start with the TP5. And we will try to get this video done as quickly as possible, because I have, it looks like there's an audience already, and I think one of my buddies, that's a ranger out here, I already told him that I was going to be doing some filming. So we'll not try not to hold up the chipping green too long and let them come out and get their practice on. So first thing is first for me, and I do have, and it is really cold out here. Like I said, it's 36. I got 36 degrees, and I do have a winter, well, not really a winter coat, but it does kind of restrict me from, getting the proper swing that I really, well, I'm not going to say the proper swing, but it does restrict my body from kind of rocking my shoulders just a little bit, but we're going to do the best we can. So, like I said, that white tee is my point of reference. So this is the TP5 first. Okay. So now we're going to bring over, that was the TP5. Now we're going to bring over the TP5X, which is a little bit more firmer than, and when I say firmer, of course, the TP5, the yellow balls, when I say firmer, the yellow balls are going to play a little bit softer. It's going to come off the face a little softer. You're going to feel it. I'm not going to say like a balloon type, but it's going to be really, really soft. You'll be able to feel it come off. You'll be able to compress. The TP5 is a little bit more firmer. You'll hear it click a little bit more. It's a little bit harder on the surface. But they're both are 5-piece golf balls, 5-layer golf balls. Didn't really give that a good wrap. That was a kind of a mishit there. Kind of duffed that one back behind it a little bit. But we will definitely give that another shot. Now we're going to try the Tiger Woods golf ball here. Oh, I ended up hitting that was awful. I ended up hitting the white tee. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the resins. And as you can see, I'm going to bring those out. Hopefully you can see it here. So these are going to be the Nikes. They are 3-piece. The resin black. If you remember back in the day when Nike was, I want to say king, but I guess I'm a little biased because I love Nike. Just drop these right here, and I'm going to hit this Nike ball here, and we're going to still try to drop it the same way. We're going to try to play these things the same way as we're playing the rest of them. So we're going to try to drop it just a little short there, but you can see it roll up. Now we're going to go back through again, Like I said, it's a little cold out here. Got a bigger jacket on, but we're going to try to get just a little more bounce out of this. So we're going to go back to the TP5s, which are going to be yellow once again. See if we can get a little more. There we go. We get a little bit more action out of it. Let's go with the TP5s, which are a little bit more firmer. And the ground is cold, so we have to look at that also. As you can see, that one rolled up there pretty nicely. We're going to bring out the TW ball again, that Bridgestone. As you can see, I hit that's hard pan right there. There's a hard spot there, and it just made that ball just shoot off. That is one of the things that you have to deal with when you're chipping. You have to realize that every chip is not going to be perfect. There's just too many variables that go on in the chipping game, especially when you're on a green that's it's very inconsistent. You have some soft spots, you have some hard spots. And if you look at, and I'm going to bring the camera up, if you look at where the dark spots are, those are going to be the soft spots. And then you have the harder spots that are real shiny. Those are the places where you don't want to land that golf ball, because guess what? It's going to shoot off like a rocket. So we got one more here, one more round. Here's the TP5. Not bad. Let's get the TP5X here. Let's see if we can make these some good chips here. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, we're going to bring in a Nike. And it looks like everything is breaking. Even though it looks like everything's going down here, everything's breaking right to left. So I'm going to go just a little right of that T. Not bad. All right. Here's Mr. TW. Let's see what we can get going here. That was a little muff right there. And as you can see, there's this hard pan right there that I'm hitting off of. Not a lot of grass, but with a 64-degree wedge, not too bad. I actually can blow you up instead of moving the camera. I'm gonna hit for to bring you up closer. And as you can see, all these balls are within, except for a few scragglers, one there. But if you were to count, these right here will be the ones that I would love to have. This one, definitely not. This is the one that hit the hard pan there. We don't want that. This one right here will be kind of sketchy, but the rest of these right here are pretty good. So it looks like a total of 3 of them. A total of 3 would be the ones, that would be sketchy. But the rest of them, I would be very confident in grabbing my putter and trying to save par or trying to make birdie on these shots. So we're still talking about wedges. The thing is about wedges they're just so versatile, and we don't use them enough to the best of our ability. A lot of times we want to use the most lofted one because we want to flop that ball up there. We want that ball to look so pretty when it comes down, and it stops or it spins and all that. But what I'm doing is I'm going to change wedges. Okay, I'm going to change wedges here. And I am going to go, like I said, this was my 64. I am going to go with now in my the high toe class that I have here, I have a 52, 58, and a 64. So I'm going to go with my 58. My 58 has a 10-degree bounce. Now, if anyone's not familiar with bounce, you will have the loft of a wedge, and sometimes you will have a smaller number that's under that bigger number. This is 10 or 9 degree or 8 degree. Pretty much that right there is just, it's just saying that, okay, the higher the number, the more the sole is going to be engaged to try to get the ball going, getting in the air. So the higher the number, the higher the ball is going to fly. The lower the number, the lower the ball is going to come out. Okay? So it's almost like your bump and run. So I'm going to do my 58 real quick. This is my 58 high toe. I like to make sure I show everyone which one I'm using here. This is my high toe, and as you can see, hopefully you can see it, just at 58, 10-degree bounce. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go right at that same peg, that white tee. So with 58, it's not going to come out as high as that 64, so it's not going to be spinning as much, but it is going to run. So we're going to try to do the same thing. Didn't hit it hard enough. That right there was my Nike. So the TP5, I have to totally apologize. I've had to get kind of warm here because it is really, really cold with the wind blowing. And it looks like my body just doesn't want to work, but that'll work right there. It's a 4-footer. Let's get the Tiger ball out here, Mr. TW, and let's see. That'll work. That's a 3-footer right there. Let's get the Nike ball out here. That's the resin. So as you can see, you see how that one just skidded by, threw it past the peg. So this is going to be the TP5X. This is going to be the firmer one. So I'm going to put this out to the toe a little bit. I'm going to see if we can get just a little bit more check on it. There it is. That's perfect. That's about a 3-footer right there for putt. So I'm going to get out the Bridgestone again, Mr. TW. That's a good shot there. Ran past it just a little bit, but it's still like within 3.5 feet. Can't complain. Because like I said, chipping is about getting as close as possible and making that putt. Making that putt is easy. As easy as you can. So there's another one there. It hit that ball there. So we're going to go to TP5. TP5s are going to be yellow ones. And like I said, once again, I mentioned it, that the TP5s are softer. And we have to realize too, that's a nice putt right there. That's a nice putt. That's like that's 2 feet right there. Just a 2-footer. We have to realize too that, you know, a lot of times we're looking at YouTube and we're getting instructions saying that, you know, the pros are doing this and the pros are doing that. The pros are just like us. They have issues also. That's why they have different coaches. They have different chipping coaches. They have different driver coaches, putting coaches, and everything like that. So please, try not to compare yourself to, you know, what you see on TV. You have your own unique swing. The main thing is using your own swing, your own God-given talent to get that ball. It does not matter how you get that ball there. It doesn't have to be pretty. There's so many different ways you can use that wedge. I mean, I could put it in the back of my stance and use a putting stroke. A putting stroke to try to get that ball within the range of where I want it to be. So because it's a wedge does not mean it has to go in the air. I love getting it on the ground. If I get it on the ground, I can control the distance a whole lot better. I'm so glad that one hit the ball though. So the golfing gods are smiling down on me this morning. And it's like super cold. And I have to apologize because, like I said, once again, when your fingertips are cold, it's really hard to kind of get that feel. So let's go ahead. We have two more here. This is the TP5. Oh, that's a pretty shot right there. That's nice. All right. I'm sorry. That was a TP5X. This is the TP5. Many apologies. This is the TP5. All right. That is a 3-footer right there. Roll right past is still a 3-footer. Let's see if the camera's still brought back up. Yes, there it is. Yep. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna grab my peg out of the ground. Here's this peg. I'm gonna grab that out. And as you can see, I would not be happy with this one. This one, I would be happy with this. This is where I would start at, right here. Even though it's the 3-footers, I would be happy with those. These two right here, I would not be too excited about. And this one right here would be, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think I would be okay with this one. It's not like it's seriously, that bad, but I mean, I would definitely be happy with that one. As you can see, I just took my wedge and knocked that one in. But these two right here, because they're so far out and there's so much to undulate and green, it'd be one of those things where, I wouldn't be too happy when I'm putting. But the rest of them, I would be definitely happy. So, anyway. So what we're getting out of this today is trying different golf balls, different bounces, different wedges. They all react differently. Our main job is just to get the ball as close as we can to the hole and put it in, save par, go on to our next hole without having a catastrophic number that we can't get back from. Plain and simple. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. Hopefully this helped out a little bit. We have a few more things that we're going to talk about today. And because we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So even though it's cold out here, we're not done yet. So anyway, we will see you in just a little bit. Like I said, thank you for tuning in to Davis Dynamics. And do me one favor. Please go out and make someone smile. The reason being is, like I always say, it doesn't cost you a thing. Not one thing. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you.